All right, welcome back. We got our monthly stock market update. I know I've been a little inconsistent this month. I've had a lot of construction going on at the house, so it's been a little chaotic here, but we are back in action here, and what a time to be making an update. We are at all-time highs, 52-week highs all over the place here for the market and individual names. We are looking at a heat map here for the month. A lot of green here on the chart. You've got technology making great moves here. Nvidia up 16% on the month, Meta up 15%, Broadcom up 15%, Amazon up 7%, Microsoft up 9%, Google flat, Netflix 9%, Oracle up 33%, Palantir up 14%. Some of the laggards here, Tesla down 5%. Tesla crazy month here with all of the Elon Trump drama and robo-taxi rollout. Some volatility this month as well. ETF land, we've got the S&P 500 up 4.5%, Nasdaq up 6% here on the month. Bonds are up 1.5%. Gold is up 1%. Bitcoin is down 2% this month. And before we get into some of the indices and some of the individual names, as far as news-wise, we did have a ceasefire on the Middle East conflict, which is causing some euphoria here in the market, and we're seeing some normalization on oil and gold. If we just take a look at oil here, we had a huge spike here on oil. We went from 55 to 85 or 75 in a hurry, and then we are already back down to 65. So when we look at the chart on a longer term time horizon here, we are just in this downtrend. Anytime we get near this these peaks here, we just get denied and move back down. So that's good news for gas prices. That's good news for inflation, and it's good news for the world if we can get a resolution and move forward here. As far as the Federal Reserve, they did have their meeting. They did not cut rates. They didn't change their tune. They're waiting to be data dependent, waiting to see the data to tell them that they are green light to cut rates. Until then, we are just sitting here in the holding pattern on the 10-year yield. We're a little bit on the downside these last few days, but we're still just chopping around here, undecided on where we want to go. Are we going to break up to the upside, break down to the downside? We will have to wait and see here for interest rates. Volatility collapsing. We had a little spike here with the Middle East conflict. We got up to 22, and that is just straight back down this week. We are at our relative lows here on volatility. When the VIX is high, it's time to buy. When the VIX is low, it's time to go. Doesn't mean you sell anything, but just not the most optimal time to be buying stocks at all-time high with low volatility. Sure, we're going to have spots on individual names that'll pop up here and there, but right now, for me, not a whole lot to do. We did our dirty work the last few months when the markets were in panic, and right now we just sit back and reap the rewards. So let's get into some of the individual names here. Let's look at the SPY. We are almost at an all-time high. We hit the all-time high just before the tariff dip. We have made a full trip from 611 down to 480, back to 611 in the snap of a fingers here. You could go on vacation and come back and nothing changed, but a whole lot happened in between here. Pretty unbelievable. Nasdaq 100 all-time highs this week. Very, very strong. I believe the Nasdaq is up almost 40% from this dip down here. Pretty unbelievable. And let's take a look at some individual names. We'll start here with Tesla. Crazy month here from 360 down to 270, and we are back up in the 300s here. We're pulling back after the robo-taxi rollout this past weekend. Seems like things are going well for the robo-taxi rollout, but it's very small. It's going to be a slow rollout. We'll see how fast that they can expand that offering when it comes to the robo-taxi in Austin. Let's take a look at Nvidia. All-time high today, 156.72 for Nvidia. Once we broke out of this downtrend, it was just no stopping Nvidia. What a phenomenal business. What a huge run here. Pretty unbelievable to think you could have bought Nvidia down near 85 just a couple of months ago. and now we're at 155. So congratulations all NVIDIA holders. Awesome stuff here. Amazon making a nice move here as well. We are still down from our all-time highs about 10%. To me, that is a logical next target here for Amazon. Looking very strong here. And Coinbase, some of these charts are just ridiculous, and Coinbase is absolutely one of those charts. Just on a straight up move here. Crypto is getting a lot of love right now with some of the regulatory actions that are being put through right now in Congress. You had the Genius Act, which is the Stablecoins Act, and we've just completely flipped in Washington on crypto regulation. And it's great to see for some of these companies like a Coinbase that have been doing things the right way for such a long time. They're not an FTX. They're doing things the right way, and right now shareholders are being rewarded. Apple flat, not doing anything, sitting here at $200. A lot of pessimism around Apple and their lack of an AI product, their lack of innovation. So we'll see what is next here for Apple. Still a cash cow. Still a phenomenal business, making around $95 billion a quarter. Billion with a B. So they're doing just fine. Google, not doing a whole lot here, but on a nice little uptrend here, but we are still well off our recent highs of 208, our all-time highs of 208. Again, another business, a little bit of pessimism around are they going to be disrupted or be the disruptors? But this company is still making $90 billion a quarter, and I believe Google is the most profitable the most profitable company in the world. That is Google. Let's take a look. SMH, killing it, doing great here. Just like NVIDIA, broke the downtrend, up and away here. So good job for all the semis out there. Palantir, this is another just crazy looking chart here. Unbelievable. Hood, another straight up and to the right looking chart here. Crazy. What is Hood's market cap? $75 billion. Nice. Uber. This is all-time high this morning for Uber. Looking great here. Another phenomenal business, making $12 billion in revenue a quarter. Market cap is $200 billion. Any other names worth looking at here? Microsoft, $500, all-time high this morning. Meta. Meta from 725 down to 475, back up to 725. These moves are just crazy. Anything else to look at here? Circle, this is a new IPO. This is the stablecoin issuer for USDC. Like I said, we've got a new stablecoin legislation that is working through Congress. But this IPO is killing it from 64 all the way up to $200. So congratulations to Circle. And any IPOs coming out the pipe have been pretty hot here so far this year. Any other names? I don't think so. But phenomenal moves here for the market. Congratulations to everybody. I guess the way I want to end this video is anytime there's a lot of uncertainty geopolitically and tariff talk, all this stuff going on, you just have to understand, what do you own? How much is it going to be impacted by these events? Does it change the actual story of your business over the next 5, 10, 20, 30 years, depending on your time horizon? And the market is seeing through a lot of these headlines. And as these headlines get resolved, we look around and say, oh yeah, Amazon's a great business. They're going to be the first company to have $1 trillion in revenue. They're an AI play. Whatever your thesis is for the company, once those headlines are removed, the market doesn't care. It keeps moving forward because the market is a long-term thinker here, and that's where we're at now. We're at the age of AI and unbelievable technology coming down the pipe, and so the market wants to be positioned for that, and we are off and running. That's it. That's all I got. Last thing we'll look at is Bitcoin just chopping around sideways. Again, Bitcoin will have these sell-offs on the weekend when there's geopolitical news. It's the only market that's open on the weekend. It's the only thing that's liquid. People sell it off, and then people come right in and buy that dip and shoot it right back up. So there is a veracity here when it comes to buying these dips on these assets. And so that is telling me people are bullish. People want exposure to this market, and they're not worried about some of these short-term headlines. So I think that's great to see. Anyways, good update, good month, and we will talk next week. Peace out. Congratulations, all-time highs, everybody. Peace out.